Hello, and welcome to my memories of the beautiful city Bilbao, Spain. This place became home for 4 months, so let's rewind to day 1. I stepped onto a little plane in Munich with only about 10 passengers, and in that short flight experienced the worst turbulence of my life. After experiencing mortal terror, I then stepped out into a small airport to be welcomed by my host mom, Tere. After a long nap to recuperate from about 15 hours of travel, I explored the city for the first time and was greeted with a Bilbao signature, the rain. That night, I adored the bus ride night views of Bilbao for the first time. And now to introduce you to my little town, Aranjuez. A 15-minute bus ride away from downtown Bilbao, this quiet hill overlooks the bustling streets and lively football stadium. All thanks to my host parents' warm welcome, here's where I sought refuge on the endless rainy days with a scattering of mementos to keep me grounded. Quickly, this room in our cozy apartment became a home. And here's the bar that my host dad owned, and a shot of my host uncle making mojitos. My favorite part of this hill was my little haven, just a 15-minute hike away from my apartment. Its close proximity made it an easily accessible escape where I could get some fresh air and have some time alone with my thoughts to reflect and admire this beautiful city. Even after shoppers went home for their late dinner, the city was still very much alive at night. The night was just another opportunity to explore parts of the city like Casco Viejo, or experience some cultural celebrations like Carnival that literally happened rain or shine. One milestone that made me feel at home in Bilbao was learning how to navigate the public transportation. As I learned the 01 bus route inside and out, I saw how important transportation can be in making a city home. This reliable bus route took me to school, Plaza Moyula, and home on some late nights out. Sometime in March, I awoke to an unexpected surprise: snow. I remember waking up and starting to get ready when I saw that my host mom was still home instead of at work. A little bit confused, she told me to look out the window where I saw snowflakes falling and other amazed spectators with their heads out their window. This, I later learned, was the most snow Bilbao had gotten in 33 years. Of course, to emphasize that I was, in fact, studying abroad, here's where I somewhat improved my Spanish fluency 4 days a week. Bilbao also became a home base for many adventures throughout Europe. One thing I hadn't expected was how many treasures the Basque Country encompassed. Many weekends I got to visit some cool places only a bus ride away. My experiences in Bilbao, of course, would not be complete without the friends who made the city home.
Feliz cumpleaños!
Before I left, I made it a point to go watch the sunrise. It was a beautiful moment of just being present in Bilbao at daybreak as I watched the small city come to life. In that moment, I was able to appreciate how quiet the city was and how I could feel safe and comfortable in its solitude. I remember starting the semester feeling nervous walking on Gran Via on my own, and here is one of my last nights confidently strutting the streets.
Come on, people! Just hold the ground.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
I love Bilbao!
I know! Quietly down again.
I'm gonna do it too.
I'm sending this GoPro footage.
Okay.
small city really became home, and saying goodbye to it and the friends and Spanish family I made in it consisted of many tearful hugs and heartbreaking hasta luegos. On the last day, my host parents drove me to the airport and spent almost an hour waiting with me before my flight. Soon, with watery eyes, I was boarding my flight and returning to America. Flight, I had my final entry in my travel journal, where I wrote, "This has been surreal. I lived out a dream of mine I've had since I was little. I traveled and explored Europe. It's crazy. A dream of mine has been realized, and I guess now it's time to find a new one."